So I finished all my reps. That was 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats. I divided them up, usually 5, 10, and 15. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats. Now, I ended up combining some of the rounds towards the end, but it was 20 rounds total of the 5, 10, 15 it would have been, but I ended up doing 3 rounds together at times. So that was pretty brutal. The pull-ups made it the hardest for me. I could have done, I think, more push-ups. We could have done more rounds of those. And squats, I felt pretty good at the squats at the end. But I probably could have done more squats too. But pull-ups, I'm about done after 100. So the takeaways here though is, if you ever want to try to do this Murph workout, not Smurf, the Murph workout, you basically want to break it down into scalable sets, where you're kind of going to be it's going to be determined by your weakest exercise. For me, it's the pull-ups. So I didn't really want to push myself to do more than 5 a set and try to do that 20 times. If I did 10 a set, I might be able to maintain that for a couple rounds. But doing 10 a set for, after 5 rounds, I don't think I could do that. I don't even know if I can get to that 3rd round. And so I scaled this to 5 because I could maybe maintain that. And even then, I still had to modify, I still had to adjust, I still had to have my kids fill in for me. So if you ever wanted to try something like this, I love the format. I still got to do my mile run, by the way, but I love the format: 100, 200, 300. And then just a real easy number that's not easy to get to. But another way you could do it also is if say pull-ups was your weakest, you could also do something where maybe for me next time I might do 5 pull-ups, then do 20 push-ups, 30 squats, 5 pull-ups, and there's my set. Something like that. And I know then again we're going to have the pull-ups back to back 5 and 5, but maybe it's better if we break it up. So you can do that, or do your 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 30 squats, or something like that. So there are varieties you can do it, but you can mix up the 100, 200, 300 in the middle there, however you want, whatever's going to work for you. It definitely tests you physically, but also mentally too, because I gotta tell you, after about 12 rounds, I was like, oh my gosh, I still got 40 pull-ups to go. That was the part that killed me. That was the knowing the pull-ups are coming. So, but I dug deep, and I pulled through, got all my reps done, and now I'm gonna go run my mile. This mile is gonna be the easiest mile I've run, because I got the hard part out of the way. So now I'm gonna go try to get good pace, maybe about a 7-minute mile, or try to get under. I'm trying to try to get under a 7-minute mile. My first warm-up mile was just over 7. Because I haven't run in a while, so I didn't know where I'd get. I started off too slow. I ended up getting just over 7. It's like 7:03. So my second mile, I want to beat 7. So I'm gonna go get to that. Maybe I'll fill you in later. gonna get worn out with these pull-ups. So another one we could do, another modification, is I've got some bands that can lighten the weight. That's one thing we can do. I step in here and lighten the weight. Or we can also do a jumping pull-up, where we get onto the bar, or maybe you need to jump to get to the bar, but we use that momentum to carry us up. And then I come back down. Still do that jump from here, or we can stand on something that's even higher than this and get us to start over the bar and just lower ourselves slowly, like a negative rep. So I actually have a sawhorse here I'm going to use. But so I can step up here, get above the bar, let go, go down slowly. Start above the bar, right here, above it, and then slow on the way down, doing the negative rep. Still working the same muscles as we do on the pull-up, but this is a different way of doing it, a little bit. Still working the same muscle group, but if you have a hard time getting to the pull-up or you're wearing out, there's another alternative. So I've got these cannonballs. This helps with some grip, grip stuff. And this is one of the alternatives that I use for pull-ups. If you have something like this, where you get up softballs, baseballs, with some screws through them, some bolts through them, you can do pull-ups off of those. I also have some PVC. Do this. My son does this one a lot to work on his grip strength. Those are also other alternatives. We can do other things that we can. You've probably seen I have a couple of different ways of showing you how to do pull-ups in the video. Anything you can hold on to. So here, got these balls that are hanging from the ceiling, or from the pole. Got these that are hanging. And my son was onto some of the other climbing stuff that we have. We got this big beam in the basement. Just like you can do pull-ups on lots of different things. So find something safe. If you have a outdoor play set, swing set that's got a strong bar above, you can do them there. Sometimes you can have lower bars. You just got to get your knees off the ground. Actually, I have to do that for these. I have to get my knees off the ground. Or I'm sorry, my feet off the ground by bending my knees. So there are other things you can do to get these pull-ups in. And again, like I said, if it's a beam in the basement, you can still do your jump. Use that momentum to come up, or you can do, you can just do, a negative set, or you step up on a chair, drop yourself down slowly. So there are a lot of options besides the standard pull-up bar. Although I know a lot of people said they have pull-up bars at home. So I've been showing my pull-up modifications. We also have push-up modifications. I had my daughter showing the lower range of motion. We don't have to go all the way down, chest to the ground. We don't have to do that. But we can just go lower the range of motion. We can, of course, go to our knees. This is still good resistance training, even on my knees. So there's still ways that you can maybe try, if you want to try this challenge, is to find the variation that's right for you and try to get these reps in. Also with the squats, same kind of deal. I've been going into a deep squat for most of these, where I'm trying to get down real deep with my range of motion. 15 at a time. Or I can Not go down quite as far. I'm still pretty comfortable here. I still feel it. I do all my reps, I'll feel it. But if you're like not doing 300 reps like that, there's no way I can do that. You can also, of course, reduce the range of motion even further. So we're just going, getting a bend, feeling the contraction in our quads, just smaller range of motion. So ways to modify all these exercises. So, as I'm approaching my last set here, my son reminded me, we can reverse our grip on these too. We can go a champ grip for the where the palms face toward you. And that's a little bit easier. We get a little more help from different muscles during this grip. So you start to get worn out on the overhand grip like this. Switch it, go here. And maybe don't have a bunch of stuff on you as you do them. All right, one more. And of course, you still can do the jump. I think I might have to here. And I'm just a little short of the bar, but that's okay. I don't mind. Get up, get up, work your muscle. So this was something. So I said that was gonna be the easiest mile. I lied. That was not an easy mile. That was hard. My legs are hurting a lot right now. And also I was trying to do under a 7-minute mile. I did not. I wasn't really close. I did a 7:28. So it was hard. I started off really good. I was at 6-mile pace for a while, and then my legs were just, those squats kicked in. So it was hard, but again, I got through it. I just had to slow it down for a little while. I had to drop down to quite a bit slower, and then I picked it back up again towards the end and just started to feel, I didn't really feel better, but I knew I could finish hard, and I finished hard at that 6-minute pace. So, I had times where I wanted to quit, but I kept going through, I just finished strong. So if you want to do this, it's tough, but you can do it. You don't need to do this in a half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour. Take some time, take your time to get through it. Do it over, take over an hour to do it. Run a mile. You can run outside for a mile if it's nice out. Or if you're hardcore, run outside regardless. Then come in and break down your pull-ups, push-ups, squats, however you want. Finish again with another mile. So that's what we're doing here, and we got a mile, 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and a mile run. I'm tired right now, I can't really talk, but I probably shouldn't stay in this position for too long or I'm not gonna be able to get back up. So a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and a 1 mile run to finish again. So you have a 1 mile run sandwiched between those resistance exercises. You can break those resistance exercises however you want, whatever's gonna work best for you. I explained that in another part of the video. So anyways, if you are up for the challenge, I hope you are. Go for it. Let me know how you do. All right. Till next time. Hasta pronto, chicos.